For this week's argumentative speech, we're going to talk about behavior-based safety. For decades now, people have argued whether or not safety in the workplace is behavior-based. Absolutely it is. You can apply rules, you can put rules into place, you can put engineering controls into place, you can wrap people in bubble suits if you want to, but if they're not going to take the steps to protect themselves, if they're not going to wear the protective equipment that an employer provides for them, you can't protect them. It's got to be in their behavior. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say 999 times out of 1,000, that's a direct reflection of the behavior of their supervisor. Now, here's my example, and this is why. If a supervisor is solely focused on production, whether it be in a manufacturing facility, whether it be in construction, whether it be in retail, if his sole focus is on production and how fast the work gets completed, his employees will do that, look for his approval that he supervises, the ones that he does their evaluation at the end of the year. They're more than likely going to focus on production as well. That's going to be their focus. Failure to popular belief, everybody likes the approval of their employer. They like to have that. They somewhat need that to be happy in their job. But with that, when you focus on production and you don't worry, if you don't put safety first and get the mindset that the most important thing is you going home in the same condition you showed up in, so that you can show up tomorrow in the same condition and give me the same amount of production, you are actually failing production. This is why. If you're making great production, but the crew or the individual that is making great production don't have the mindset of, I've got to stay safe, and he gets hurt, then there's going to be downtime. First of all, to deal with the initial incident, then the investigation. Then you're going to have to put somebody else in that position that's not as efficient at that job, or pull somebody that is as efficient, but pulling them out of another position to put them there. This causes an overall loss of production, and it actually turns out to be a great loss of production. And a huge cost. You have the cost of the incident, you have the initial cost, you have the hidden cost, you have the cost to retrain. It ends up being a huge cost and a massive impact on production. Otherwise, if you focus on safety and really truly do put safety first, get it in the guy's mind that, hey, there's nothing more important you do today than focus on your safety. I need you to go home in the same condition you showed up in, because as much as I have for you to do today, I need you back in the same healthy condition tomorrow, because I got stuff I need you to do tomorrow too. Overall, over the whole span, that production is what is important. What we get done from the day we start a job till the day we end it, the day we leave and go to another company. The being efficient is what we want to do, because that's what makes us worth the most money. That's what makes us most valuable and most profitable to our employer. Employers hire us, or they hire individuals to increase profit margins. That's the whole purpose. It gets more work done. They do more quality work. That's the credentials at which an employer hires you for. So, with being safe, also also ties in more production. The safer you are, the more productive you are. This builds morale. Okay, Morale is the number one key component to everything job related. If you've got a company that has bad morale, then you have then they don't care as much about safety. If they feel like you don't care about them, then they don't care about themselves. If you have bad morale, you will get low quality work. Low quality work calls for rework. Sometimes fixing what you did the first time. So you not only got the cost of tearing it apart, you also have the cost of redoing it and doing it again. Okay, which sometimes may take more time than the first time to begin than it would have to do it right the first time. With that comes lower production. Safety really does have to come first, and that the only way it can come first is if it's at the source of the work being completed, and that is the tradesman or the tradeswoman completing the work. It has to be in their mind, it has to be their behavior that, hey, I'm not going to do anything to put myself in harm's way because I've got a job to do, not only today but tomorrow. I've got a job to do. I've got to be able to, and most importantly, I've got to support what I came here to support, and that's my family. Safety is absolutely behavior based. If it's not ingrained in your head, if it's not ingrained in the head of every employee on the floor, you'll never reach a state-of-the-art, a first-class safety program. So that's my argument for behavior-based safety. I really truly do believe in it. I believe you can put all the safeguards out there you want to, but if an employee ain't got it in their head, they're not going to stay safe. Thank you.